Good morning. Happy Friday. I am excited to talk to you today about episode 10. So, this was a really fun episode for me because I got to talk about something that I really enjoy doing, which is a weekly review. Now, weekly review is basically just going through everything that you have done over the week, maybe going through your notes, going through your emails, going through your voicemails, going through, your planner, anything that you have used over the past week to double check and make sure that you've got everything accomplished, that you've gotten back to everybody that needs to be, an email returned, things like that. So I also have my notes too, so I can talk about some specifics. So it usually takes me, in the beginning, it took me about an hour and a half to do a weekly review, but now I've got my process streamlined, so it's right around 45 minutes, but it is a time commitment. So that is one thing that I recommend when you schedule block, is scheduling in that weekly review so you can make sure that you're not forgetting anything. Now, here's the thing. As you get busier, like if your weeks are slammed and you are super duper busy, you maybe want to allow for a full hour, hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, because the amount of stuff that you do over a week, you need to go back and review that. You need to make your to-do list for the week going forward to make sure that you've got everything down that you need to get accomplished. I also review my calendar. So what I do is I go through all of my previous appointments. I make sure that if there was anything that someone needed from me, if I'm still waiting on someone to get back to me for a client that I met with during the week, that I follow up with them as well. It's basically just a double check to make sure that nobody falls through the cracks, or no item on your to-do list falls through the cracks. Now, if you want more information about how to do this process, both David Allen and Michael Hyatt have their huge weekly review people. So I've taken things from each of theirs and kind of modified it into my own. And I think when you're looking for weekly reviews, if you're searching on YouTube or things like that, you're definitely going to find lots of different options, but make it yours. Make it work for you. If you're a fully digital planner or you're a paper planner or a hybrid like I am, you can make any system, you can tailor any system to both paper or digital or hybrid like I am. Kind of a high-level overview of what I talked about in the podcast was you want to clean up your area. So you want to make sure that your office space is clear for the next week, because it's the pits to start a new week and walk into your office or the space that you're using for your office if you're working from home, and there's just junk everywhere. It's just a mess, and it's not good for anybody. You want to process everything like I mentioned before, so voicemails, emails, paper stuff. One thing that I am really bad at is I listen to all my voicemails and all my emails, but I don't go back and delete them or sort them. So this is a huge thing for me. I'm trying to form a habit of doing that every day, but as of right now, not so great at it. I also am going to brain dump. So just, scribe everything out that's in my head, just free form. It doesn't have to be pretty. I just want to make sure if there's anything lurking in the bowels of my brain that I might have forgotten to write out, I want to make sure that I do that as well. I'm going to write out my to-do list for the coming week. I'm going to review my calendar, 43 folders. If you're not familiar with that, basically it is file folders that are 1 through 31 and then 1 through 12. So you've got 1 through 31 is the days of the month, and then 1 through 12 is January through December. So going through my 43 folders and making sure that there isn't anything that I might have missed, or, for the coming week also, that there's anything that I need to remind myself of, make sure that I prepare for. I'm also going to flip through my previous planner pages and make sure that there's nothing that, I've written myself a mental note and have forgotten to do. I'm going to make sure that that's on there, or if I need to do it for the future week too. I'm going to set my timer. So if you guys don't know, this is the timer that I typically use. This one, where is it? Oh, it has 60 minutes on it. So I'll set this timer. And then I'm going to get myself a drink. So I'm going to get myself a bottle of water. I'm going to use the restroom. I'm going to hunker down and I'm going to get it done. I'm going to make sure that my home office door is closed so I can get focused work done. And that too is what makes it go by faster. So if you are constantly distracted by people that live in your home, small children, coworkers, whatever it might be, this is the time that you want to hang a sign on the door. Whatever you need to do to let people know that this is your focused work time, you've got to get it done. And the more you can stay focused, the faster you'll complete it. You can also, what I mentioned earlier about sorting your inbox, that's a huge thing when you're going through and deleting your emails, even just going through your emails. You can sort by the sender. No, by the sender. I don't know why I get so confused by that. You can sort by the sender. So that way, if you keep receiving the same emails from somebody, but it's part of a trail, you can just block delete those or block sort them into your email organization, like I mentioned in a previous podcast. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's, that's just a quick and dirty version of it. If you want more information, definitely listen to the podcast. You are welcome to also send me a DM. Let me check my chat. Make sure, nope, no comments from the chat. So if you have any questions about it, make sure that you shoot me a message, whether that's on Instagram, Facebook. We're on every social media channel, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But you can leave a comment below this video, whatever you want to do to reach out if you have questions about the weekly review. And I will see you next week for the episode number 11 Q&A. I'll see you then. Have a great weekend.